Morning. Since I wasn't able to attend the class today, please do your lectures on this topic. Then I'll be giving you an activity. So yung assignment natin last time, I'll just check that tomorrow. So session 2 tayo, understanding the geometric sequence and series. Guys, pagpasensyahan nyo na yung boses ko. Geometric sequence is a special type of sequence where each term after the first is obtained by multiplying the preceding term by a fixed non-zero number. So, pakitandaan yung term na non-zero number. So, hindi pwedeng maging common ratio si zero. So, 'di ba po last time yung arithmetic sequence natin, we have the common difference. So, anong operation yon? That is addition. So, dito po, multiplication yung ginagamit natin. So, kaya po, sabi dito, the fixed multiplier is called the common ratio. So, kung sa arithmetic sequence, we have your common difference. Dito po, we have common ratio. So, this is denoted by R, small letter R. So, baka hindi nyo yan siya nakikita dyan. So, ayan po, small letter R. It is called the common ratio because it is the ratio of any two consecutive terms. Ibig sabihin, yung ratio po siya nung dalawang magkasunod na terms doon po sa sequence. So, to get the ratio, you can use the formula R is equal to A sub n plus 1. Yung sub po, yung 1 dito po siya sa sub na n, i-add po ha. So, over A sub n. So, ayan po. So, the formula naman daw for calculating the nth term in a geometric sequence is A sub n is equal to A sub 1 times po yan kasi magkatabi, times R raised to n minus 1. So, as we go through the lesson, nandyan naman po yan. Makikita natin kung paano yan. So, we have A sub n. So, pag sinabi daw pong A sub n, it is represented by the last nth term. Kung ano yung hinahanap natin na term dun sa sequence. We have your A sub 1, which is your first term. Ano yung pinakaunang term na binigay sa sequence? Your R is your common ratio and your N is the position of the term. Kung ano po yung ikailang term yung hinahanap natin. So, to calculate the nth term of a geometric sequence, meron tayong steps na fina-follow. So, let's follow the steps. Number 1, identify the value of the first term. Pinaka-importante po, mahanap natin yung value ni first term. Pero pag wala pong value ni first term, meron din tayong pwedeng gawin to find the value of the first term. The next one is find the value of the common ratio. So, titingnan po natin na laging importante na alam natin yung first term, alam natin yung common ratio. Kasi these are the most important things in computing the geometric sequence. Okay, then apply the formula in calculating the nth term. So, tatlo lang naman yan. So, una, hanapin natin yung first term. Pangalawa is common ratio. And pangatlo is the nth term. Okay, so, para mas maintindihan natin, let's use the example. Find the fifth term of a geometric sequence where the first term is 5 and the common ratio is 3. So, pag re-represent natin yan, paano natin siya i-represent? Let me use other color siguro. Wait lang. Okay. I-represent natin siya. Let's say a sub 1. What is the value of our a sub 1? So, paano natin mahanap? Ito po, first term, a sub 1. Ano daw yung first term? That is 5. So, a sub 1 natin is 5. Then, the small letter r, which is your common ratio, ano daw po yung common ratio? The common ratio natin is 3. So, you have the value for a sub 1, which is 5, and your common ratio, which is 3. So, using the formula natin is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. So, uluhin nyo na ulit yung formula na yan kasi baka hindi nyo na naman maalala. So, a sub n natin, anong term daw po yung, wait lang, lagay natin dito. 'Di ba, your n would be, anong hinahanap na term? So, yung hinahanap natin na term is yung fifth term. So, your n is 5. So, a sub n, which is a sub 5, is equal to a sub 1. Ano yung value ng a sub 1 natin? That is 5. Okay? So, 5. So, ipasok natin to sa parenthesis para hindi tayo malito. Times r, which is your common ratio. Yung common ratio natin ay ilan ang value? That is 3. So, 3 yung common ratio natin. Dito natin ilalagay si 3. Then, your value for n, which is your nth term, ano yung value ng n natin? That is 5. Then, minus 1 from the formula. So, using this one, a sub 5 is equal to 5 times 3 raised to 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay? So, a sub 5 is equal to, hindi mo na yan i-multiply ha. Hindi mo na i-multiply si 5 times 3. Kunin mo na po natin yung fourth raised to the fourth power ng 3. So, copy muna natin si 5 times 3 raised to 4. Ilan po? That would be, wait lang, calculator. 3 raised to 4. So, 3 times 3, 9 times 3, 27 times 3 is 81. Tama ba? Confirm. 3 raised to 4. Tama, 81. Okay, so we have 81. 5 times 81, that would be equal to 405. So, kung kaya nyo din naman siya guys na i-solve mag-isa, pwede nyo na po siyang i-solve. So, ayan po. So, we have a sub 5 is equal to 405. Therefore, the fifth term of the geometric sequence, where the first term is 5 and the common ratio is 3, is equal to 405. Okay? So, if may mga questions kayo guys, just ask me tomorrow pagbalik ko po. Okay? So, next example tayo. Okay? So, yan po. Pause nyo na lang yung video para masulat nyo siya sa notebooks nyo. So, example, find the 10th term of the geometric sequence 4, 12, and 36. So, kung ma-observe nyo po dito, ang nakalagay dito is the sequence itself. Hindi po yung given ngayon yung a sub 1, common ratio. So, dito, walang nakalagay na common ratio. Walang nakalagay na a sub 1. So, kayo po yung maghahanap kung ano yung mga kailangan natin. Ang mga kailangan natin, you need to get the value of a sub 1, the value of your common ratio, and the value of your n. Okay? So, syempre, sabi nga ang definition ng a sub 1 is the first term of the sequence. Ano yung first term ng sequence natin? So, since 4 yung nauuna dito, therefore, 4 po yung a sub 1 natin. Ang common ratio natin ay hindi pa po natin alam. Tama? Hindi pa natin siya alam. So, isa-solve natin siya later. The value of your n is equal to 10. Bakit po 10? Kasi po 10th term yung hinahanap natin sa geometric sequence. So, kung babalikan natin yung lecture sa unahan, to solve for r, sabi doon, ang formula ng r is equal to a sub n plus 1 over a sub n. Okay? So, the ratio is a sub n plus 1 over a sub n. So, para makuha natin yung ratio natin dito, let's just use the first and the second term kasi two consecutive terms po. So, that would be r is equal to a sub n plus 1. Let's see if we will be using a sub 1. So, yung a sub n plus 1 is a sub 2. That would be 12 divided by a sub n, or which is your a sub 1, which is 4. That is 12 divided by 4. Your ratio now is equal to 3. So, therefore, the value of your r is equal to 3. So, yan po. So, since meron na tayong a sub 1, meron na tayong ratio, meron na tayong nth term, let's solve now for the nth term of the geometric sequence. So, gamitin ulit natin yung formula, which is, ito ko na lang sa gilid, a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Okay? So, we have a sub 10. Okay, a sub 10 is equal to, ano nga po yung value ng a sub 1 natin? That is 4. Times your common ratio, which is 3. Raised to n minus 1, which is your value of n is 10 minus 1. Okay, so a sub 10 is equal to 4 times, copy yung 3. 10 minus 1 is 9. Okay, so a sub 10 is equal to 4 times 3 raised to 9. Guys, yung 3 raised to 9 po ay hindi 3 times 9. Okay, common po yan na mistake. So, ang gagawin po natin, 3 raised to 9 is to multiply 3 by itself 9 times. Ibig sabihin po niyan, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Ala, sala. Times 3 times 3. Okay? 7, 8, 9. Okay. So, ganyan po siya. That is 3 raised to 9. Hindi po yan 3 times 9. Sa calculator po, pwede nyong gawin is 3. Tapos, kung makita nyo yung symbol na ganyan, tapos 9. Ganyan po sa calculator. Or, 3. Tapos, merong symbol sa calculator nyo na x squared. Pwede din po yan. So, ganon. So, let's have 3 raised to 9. That would be mm, 3 raised to 9. Okay, so 3 raised to 9 daw po, sabi ni calculator is 19,683. So your A sub 10 is equal to 4, 4 times 19,683. So that would be 78,732. So your A sub 10 now is 78,732. Again, dito po sa second example, hindi given lang yung A sub 1 and the common ratio. You need to solve and find the value of A sub 1 and solve for the value of your common ratio. Okay? So, ayan po. So, kung nasulat na yan, next example tayo. Example number 3. Okay? So, sabi dito, the fourth term, let's use pink. The fourth term of a geometric sequence is 64. And the ninth term, okay, again, ninth term is 486. So, may tatlong hahanapin. First is to find the common ratio. Next is to find the first term. And lastly, you find the seventh term. So, if you would analyze the problem, 'di ba po sabi ko, it is very important to find the first term. Pero yung given ma'am, wala pong value ng first term. Ang binigay po ay fourth term. Tapos ninth term, hindi pa sila magkasunudan. Paano mahahanap yung common ratio? Okay? So, dito sa pag ganito pong problem, kailangan po nating mag-delegate ng specific equation for each. So, for your solution, okay, solution natin, ire-represent muna natin lahat ng given. First one is, 'di ba sabi dito, A sub 4. From A sub 4. Okay? So, kasi ito yung given, fourth term eh. So, that is A sub 4. Using the formula, 'di ba? A sub n, 'di ba? That is A sub n is equal to A sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Since ang given po natin is yung A sub 4, which is representing the A sub n, lalagay po natin dito yung value ng A sub 4, which is 64. 64 is equal to, since unknown po si A sub 1, copy lang po natin si A sub 1, copy r kasi wala din tayong value ni r, raised to n minus 1, which is, yung n natin is 4 minus 1. Okay? So, ano na natin siya, that will be 64 is equal to A sub 1 times r raised to 3. So, this is your first equation. Sabihin natin equation 1. Okay, so that would be your equation 1. Tandaan muna natin yan. Then we have yung isang given, di ba? From A sub 9. A sub 9 naman tayo, using the same formula, A sub n is equal to A sub 1, r raised to n minus 1. So, dito naman po, yung value naman po ni a sub 9 ang ilalagay natin dito. So, value ni a sub 9 is 486. So, that should be 486 is equal to a sub 1. Same lang po, r. Yung n natin is 9 minus 1. That would be 486 is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to 8. So this is now your second equation or equation number 2. Okay? So we have the two equation na. So paano natin mahanap yung common ratio? So sabi doon, 'di ba? Sa common ratio, kailangan natin na i-divide. So, divide the equation 2 by equation 1. Okay, so that would be equation 2 daw. Saan na yun? Equation 2 natin is 486 is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to 8. So, yun muna. 486 is equal to a sub 1 r raised to 8 divided by 64 is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to 3. So, to simplify this one, guys, since po, dinivide natin to, parehas may a sub 1, cancel natin siya. Okay? So, rewrite natin to. That would be 486 over 64 is equal to, dito po, kapag ganito ang situation, that would be, maka-cancel out yung tatlo. Tama? Cancel out yung tatlo, ilan ang matitira? So, 8 minus 3, that is r raised to 5. So, ilalagay natin dito, r raised to 5. So, may simplest form pa ito, 486. So, i-divide natin to sa 2 parehas kung sa ano, that is their lowest term. So, we have 243 over 32 is equal to r raised to 5. Okay? So, to get po the value of r, syempre dapat ma-cancel out tong 5 na to. Okay? So, the fifth root of both side. So, i-fifth root po natin siya. Fifth root, i-fifth root. Okay? So, this would be the fifth root of 243. Meron ba niyan dito sa calculator? Okay, wait lang guys. Fifth root of 243 over wala kasi akong calculator. Sige, wait lang. Search ko na lang. Fifth root of 243. Okay, fifth root of 243 is 3 over the fifth root of 32 is equal to 2. So, this will be equal to, since may fifth root na to, cancel na yan, r na lang po ito. So, your common ratio is 3 over 2. Okay? So, that would be your common ratio. So, pag hinahanap po yung fifth root, yung nasa calculator po siya. Pero baka po wala sa cellphone na calculator. Sa calculator mismo po sa ninyo. Meron doon. Okay? So, since nakuha na natin yung common ratio, ayan po, letter A, common ratio, let's solve now for your first term. So, meron na tayong value ng R. That would be, number 2 na tayo. Number 2 natin, find the first term. So, using the formula, okay, so 'di ba yung formula natin for equation 1, 64 is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. So that would be 64 is equal to a sub 1. Ano nga po yung common ratio natin? That is 3 over 2. Raised to, ano yung n natin? This is 4 minus 1. Ma'am, saan po galing yung 4? Babalikan natin yung unang given. Nandito kasi yan. A sub 4. Okay? So, kaya po 4 yung nandyan. So, that would be 64 is equal to a sub 1 times 3 over 2 raised to 3. So, this would be 64 is equal to a sub 1. 3 cubed, that is 3 times 3. 9 times 3. 27. 27 over 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8. 27 times 8. Wait lang guys. Okay, so para naman ang matira is a sub 1, let's divide both sides by 27 over 8. So, ang gagawin po natin dito, magiging siyang, 'di ba, 1 to, 'di ba, kasi whole number yan. So, that would be a sub 1 equals, eto po, i-multiply natin kay 64. Pag ganun, parang magko-cross multiply siya. Para hindi ko nalagyan yung divide kasi baka malito kayo. This one, we will multiply this one. Tapos ito po for the denominator. So, magiging siyang 64 times 8. Wait lang guys. 64 times 8 is ilan? 64 times 8. That is 512. divided by 27 times 1 is 27. Therefore po, our first term or your a sub 1 is 512 over 27. Then, to solve for the seventh term, kasi yung number 3 ang hinahanap ay seventh term. So, meron na tayong value ng a sub 1, which is a sub 1 natin is equal to 512 over 27. Your common ratio is equal to 3 over 2. And your n is 7 kasi yun yung hinahanap natin. So, using the formula, diba? A sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. So, a sub 7 is equal to a sub 1, which is 512 over 27 times your common ratio, which is 3 over 2 times 7 minus 1. So, a sub 7 is equal to 512, copy lang po, over 27 times 3 over 2 raised to 6. So, a sub 7 is equal to 512 over 27 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 3 raised to 6 is equal to ilan po? Again, hindi po yan 3 times 6 ha. 3 raised to 6. 3 raised to 6 is 729 over 2 raised to 6 is 64. Okay, so let's multiply this one out. Okay, 729 okay, so kung halimbawa this one, 729 divided 27, that is 27. Then 512 divided by 64 is 8. So this will be a sub 7 is equal to 8 times 27. A sub 7 is equal to 216. Okay, so your value for a sub 7 is 216. Ma'am, ano po yan na pinagpara-cross out mo dyan? Guys, eto, pwede nyo naman siyang i-multiply. At i-multiply nyo tong dalawa, tapos itong dalawa. Then, saka nyo siya i-divide kung mas convenient yun para sa inyo. Yung ginawa ko kasi is, since yung 729 ay kayang ma-divide ni 27, pwede na natin siyang i-divide. Then, si 512 kayang ma-divide ni 64, kaya dinivide ko na siya. Hindi ko na siya minultiply. Pero pwede niyong gawin na i-multiply mo na yung numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Okay? So, again, your a sub 7 here is 216. So, ganun po siya. Kapag hindi po first term ang binigay. Pero lagi po yan, hahanapin nyo muna yung common ratio. Kapag hindi binigay yung first term, hanapin nyo naman yung first term bago kayo makakapag-solve ng ibang terms of the sequence. So, last example, we have a word problem. So, a local farmer named Mang Pedro started raising native chickens in his chickens. Love, yung ano ng mommy. Wait lang guys. Okay? So, his first month, he had 3 chickens. Every month, the number of chickens tripled. Yung term po ay tripled. Okay? Ibig sabihin, times 3. As each chicken hatch, more chicks. So, again, nagsimula siya from the term first month, nagsimula siya ng may 3 chicken. Tapos kada buwan daw ay nagtitriple po sila. So, times 3. So, ang tanong dito, the problem is, how many chickens does Mang Pedro have by the 5th month? Ilang chickens meron siya sa ika-5 buwan? The second question is, how many chickens does he have on the 8th month? Ilang chickens daw ang meron siya during the 8th month? And write the general formula to find the number of chickens in the nth month. So, kung hindi po given yung, kung ikailang buwan siya, ano yung magiging formula natin? So, isa-isahin po natin. So, given this problem, ang A sa buwan natin ay ilan? So, from the term first month, yung A sa buwan niya po ay 3 chickens. So, isulat natin. So, number 1 natin. So, you have your A sa buwan is equal to 3 chickens. Then, yung common ratio nyo is, ano nga po yung ginagawa daw? Ang nangyayari daw is, every month, the number of chickens tripled. Ibig sabihin, the common ratio is tripled, which is represented by the number 3. Okay? So, tripled. Then, your N now is, ano yung hinahanap natin? The first one is your 5th month. So, N is equal to 5. Again, using the formula, A sub N is equal to A sub 1 times R raised to N minus 1. So, you have the formula, you have the given, substitute natin, A sub 5 is equal to your value of A sub 1, which is 3. Then, your common ratio is also 3 raised to N, which is 5 minus 1. Okay, so A sub 5 is equal to 3 times 3. 5 minus 1 is 4. So your A sub 5 is equal to 3 times 3 times 3 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27 times 3 is 81. Again, that is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Hindi po siya 3 times 4. Ha? Okay, so A sub 5 is equal to 3 times 81. That is 243. Therefore, the value of A sub 5 is 243. Okay? So, yun po yun. Next is, pangalawa. Dito 'di ba sabi ilan yung chickens ni Mang Pedro during the 5th month? That is 243 chickens. Okay? So, the next one, same process. Magpapalit lang tayo ng N. R equals 3, n equals to, ngayon, yung hinahanap naman is the 8th month. So, n is equal to 8. So, again, using the formula, a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. So, a sub 8 naman na tayo. A sub 8, first term natin ay 3. Common ratio natin ay 3. Ang n natin is 8 minus 1. So, a sub 8 is equal to 3 times 3 raised to 7. Kasi 8 minus 1 is 7. A sub 8 is equal to 3 times 3 times 3 raised to 7, that is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So again, hindi po yan 3 times 7. So 3 raised to 3 raised to, ilan daw yan? Raised to 7 is equal to 2,187. So, 3 raised to 7 daw po is 2,187. So, yung a sub 8 natin ngayon is 3 times 2,187. That is 6,561 chickens. So, on the 8th month, meron si Mang Pedrong 6,561 na chickens. Okay, lastly, paano po pala kapag hindi natin alam kung ano yung nth term? So, for number 3, ano daw po yung general formula? So, para makuha yung general formula, we use the general formula. Then, isa-substitute po natin siya nung values. So, a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. So, using our given, so to get po the a sub n, that would be yung a sub 1 natin, which is 3. Then we have 3 times n minus 1. Okay? So, yan po yung magiging general formula natin. For this problem. Again, dito lang po yan sa problem na yan. So, pwede yung magbago depending on the given. Okay? So, let's have now an activity. Okay, so on your activity notebooks, on your activity notebooks, pakisagutan na lang yung ibibigay kong problem. Okay, so activity number ilan na kayo? Hindi ko na alam. So, activity 1 point, lagyan nyo na lang kung ilan yan. Okay? So, So, eto guys yung activity number niyo. Pakilagyan na lang kung anong number na yan. Okay, please solve this one guys. Bye!